everybody. Sorry, I'm just doing a little bit of it. I'm using a different camera this time, but I am going to answer your questions. Let's first off here. Hordes of the Undead. I'm going to answer his question. It says, how badass do you think Glenn Danzig's zombie flick, Le Rouge, is going to be if it ever gets made? Honestly, I think it's going to be awesome, because if you like, well, to me, Glenn Danzig has great music videos. He has great lyrics, great music, and in ways it kind of reflects how, like, I don't know, I just think that he would do that. It's gonna be awesome. Bottom line, I read some of his Viortic, I'm not sure if you say it right, like his comic books, and they were awesome. So I definitely think it's gonna be great. I really hope that does come out. I'm not counting on it, but I really hope it does. Next one is from My Fair Monster. He asks, what are your top 5 favorite 80s slasher films? Alright, I'm not sure if all these are from the 80s. I'm not going to do like these in any certain order, but let's go with this. I'll go with Maniac. I really love that movie. Other one is The Burning. That's a great film. The original Friday the 13th. Let's see, Madman. I'm not sure if that one's made in the 80s, but I'm pretty sure it was. One more. So I'm not really big into slasher films quite as much as most people are. And the original Nightmare on Elm Street, if you call that a slasher. You know, it's more supernatural, but it's still a slasher. Next one is, if you had a go for a big budget movie, what would be the title and story of your movie? Well, the idea I have, it's kind of like a corny title at this point. I haven't really perfected it yet. It's called Harvesting Fear. Kind of lame in my opinion, but it works for now. It's basically about, like, in this town I live in right now, during every fall they have like these like scarecrows that they put up, and I realize that whenever I'm going through them and everything, when I'm going through town, it's dark out. It looks kind of creepy because it looks like people are actually like standing on like bicycles and just all over the town. But I have some ideas for it. I've written a little bit so far on it, but not really too much. I really hope to get that actually finished. But that's what I would do. I probably could think of some other ideas, but just nothing right off the top of my head right now. Oh, I'm sorry. That question was from Vlogging Vestendo. I'm not sure if I said that right. But anyways, this next question is from Jolly Studio. I'm not sure if I said that right. What music do you listen to? Do you like death metal? If so, do you like Monstrosity? Yes, I do like Monstrosity. I think if I'm thinking the right band. I do listen to death metal. I love death metal. I love old bands like Carcass, Death, Napalm Death. I don't know, there's a ton of them out there. And some of the other music I even listen to is about every type of subgenre of metal. Hard rock, classic rock, classical music. Well, classical music not as much, but I do listen on occasion. Old school punk, old school funk, like George Clinton and all them in Parliament. Some death rap, some acid rap. Not really big into it as much, but I listen to some of it. And some groups like Gravediggers and all them. But I hope that answers your question. Next one is from Residentmania. It's, what is your top 10 favorite horror DVDs you own? Top 10 favorite? I'm not going to put these in any order just like the slash films. Just can't do it. Alright, my top 10 DVDs I own. let's see. I'll put Reanimator. All my Reanimator films. That's just one. They got Reanimator. And just so everyone knows, this is not like if it's rare or if it's, you know, worth anything or anything like that. It's just movies I like. Raising Arizona, Ghostbusters, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Dawn of the Dead, my ultimate edition of that. Okay, wait, let's see. I'm trying to just add these all up to some a little too quickly. Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna do 5 more. I can't remember how many I'm up to right now. Nightbreed, In the Mouth of Madness, Donnie Darko, River's Edge, and Forrest Gump. That's 10 I can think of. If it was talking about rare ones, it'd be a whole nother story. And what's my favorite horror-related video game series and why? Well, it would be Zombies Ate My Neighbors, but that was only one game, so that wouldn't count. But I'd have to say Resident Evil. Resident Evil is really good. I absolutely love it. I love the whole storylines that they have, the action, the gore. The monsters in there were amazing, like the liquor. I hated the fucking dogs though, and those goddamn birds. Oh man, they sucked. But I remember one of my favorite parts of that game series. I think it's in maybe number 1. We walk through this one hallway, and if you walk too close to it, to the one side, these zombies, like zombie arms, come out and grab you through like the window. It's pretty cool though. Let me see. Let's go on to the next one. Mr. Parka asks me who my favorite horror director is. Favorite horror director would have to be John Carpenter. I like all the other. I like different people like Clive Barker. I like Stephen King's directing stuff. I like George Romero. There's a lot of people I like, but I'd have to go with John Carpenter. I actually enjoy his stuff the most. And surprisingly, my favorite of his, I think it had to be the Apocalypse trilogy, which is They Live, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. Those were all awesome movies. And then he also asks how many DVDs I have roughly. Well, I haven't counted up in a little while, but probably 1,300 to 1,400 DVDs. That but it all depends which way you do it. If you actually count just like the individual DVDs of like, say, like my Pub Master, I just count that as just one DVD, or like different sets I have that have multiple movies in it. It all depends how you do that. But I think about 1,300 to 1,400 movies. Let's see. Next person is Stalin, if I'm saying this right. Stalin or Stalin X13. How long have you been a huge Reanimator fan, and why do you love it so much? Well, actually, I love the movies so much because it's just awesome. It's over the top. Has some great lines in the movies, and it really pushed the edge. You know, having a decapitated head go down on a girl is awesome in my opinion. By far awesome. And I've actually been a fan of it for a real long time. I've been a fan of the movies ever since I'd seen Bride of Reanimator back, I don't know how many years ago, when my parents were watching it. And my favorite part was where there's this little eyeball that had the fingers connected to it, and it was like running around the house and everything, and they're trying to catch it when like the cop was there. I just love the movies. That's why I want to collect. I want to get each one of the films. I want to get whatever releases they have in all the other countries. It's gonna be a lot of DVDs. It's gonna take a while to do. I did put up a video asking people to try to help me, so if you guys can, try to help me out with this.